Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. So tomorrow is Jason's birthday. So everybody send all of the birthday love and well wishes to Jason. He is turning the big 4-1. That is so crazy, you guys. I met Jason when he was 30 years old. So the fact that he's turning 41, I stole his 30s and he stole my 20s. Or we just complimented them. However you want to put it. But I did want to tell you guys that we are also hosting my birthday party, which we can celebrate Jason at 2, of course, on July 6th. That's a Saturday night in downtown Charleston on King Street at Lamar's. It's at 9:30 p.m. with special guest Monica Garcia from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Daisy from Below Deck Sailing Yacht with a DJ. We have a lot of things going on. We have DJ Mare Bear. It's going to be so much fun. So just make sure if you're coming so we can have a spot for you, RSVP to ASST at upandadamlive.com. Let's go.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
This, guys, kind of just drives me freaking insane, but I guess it just depends who you're asking. I'm sitting here watching it and I'm like, Jacqueline Larita, like, girl, this is the biggest stretch ever, but okay, hold on. Here we go. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Jacqueline Larita claims it was Melissa and Joe who caused tension between her and Teresa, because nobody's a grown-ass adult anymore, right? Now, while appearing on Wednesday's episode of Teresa's podcast, the 54-year-old Real Housewives of New Jersey alum looked back on her past drama with Teresa, spoke of their reunion in Vegas, and addressed how the infamous reality curse impacts relationships. We rekindled our friendship. I went out to Vegas and I was missing her, and we just picked up right where we left off. According to Jacqueline, she believes that she and Teresa never would have had a falling out if it wasn't for the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I had people in my ear. When Teresa's family came on the show, I knew how bad that was bothering her, and she almost wanted to quit the show because of it. And in my head, I'm like, if I get them to make up and they're fine, then it'll be fine to film, because it was like, I got to film with these people now, and I don't want to be fighting with them either. But if I could get everybody good, then we can all film together and it'll be safe and they won't be after her. Now, while Jacqueline had good intentions and wanting to smooth things over with Teresa and Melissa, and by the way, when I say this is like a joke, I'm like, I can see both sides of it, but I just think saying that somebody pushed you into something as an adult, it's like nobody's pushing me into shit, but maybe I'm just a different breed. While Jacqueline had good intentions and wanting to smooth things over with Teresa and Melissa, she recalled Teresa becoming uncomfortable with the scenario. Teresa kind of pulled away from me a little bit. And then I've got them in my ear. Well, yeah. Okay. Got them in my ear. And my husband said it at the last reunion how, like, Melissa and Joe kind of turned us against Teresa. They were kind of manipulated by telling us things. It was like making me feel bad for her about things. And then they would tell me things that maybe you were saying behind my back. You and I never had a problem. And then I was like, is she saying these things? She did pull away a little bit. And over time, you distance yourself more. And we got pulled apart for a lot of reasons. But as Teresa reflected on the time when she and Jacqueline grew apart, which there was a time when she and Jacqueline grew apart, she explained that she distanced herself from Jacqueline because she felt that she should have known better when it came to the Gorgas. We were so close and you knew what was going on there. And I don't like to fight. That's why I distanced myself, because I was like, Jacqueline should really know. Now, Jacqueline stated that she could care less to talk to Melissa prior to her joining the show amid season 3. She noted that the series presented a problem for her dynamic with Teresa. We should have talked about it more, but we just didn't. We were on a show together, unfortunately, not by my decision, is what Teresa said. It's really hard to maintain a friendship and a relationship when you're filming a show together that's constantly being just a lot of pressure. Plus, I went through a lot of things with Nicholas being diagnosed, and I was not in a good headspace. Jacqueline went on to say that she and Teresa became so distanced from one another that she felt rejected. I felt like she didn't, she doesn't like me. So now I don't like her. It was stupid. That was my way of dealing with it. If I stayed angry at her, then I wouldn't be as hurt. And then when she finally reached out to me, it's like, I'm not on the show anymore. I don't have to deal with the pressures of pitting us against each other and all this stuff. And I was able to let my walls down. But while Jacqueline admittedly didn't know what to expect when she and Teresa reunited in Vegas, she confessed to being curious before admitting that they picked up right where they left off. It was just us. It felt comfortable right away. To me, it just felt good and it felt sincere. You could feel that it was real. I let go of anything in the past at that point because of the show kind of put it puts different pressures on you. So to me, it was like a relief, a total relief. And I felt really good about it. And Melissa was out of my life. So that made it easier. Now, as Real Housewives of New Jersey fans may recall, Jacqueline and Teresa met in Las Vegas with their husbands, Chris Larita and Louis Ruelas, respectively. It was beautiful. And I think that we were there for like 3 hours. Jacqueline said 5 hours. We would have stayed longer, but you had to get to the concert. Teresa said that during their meeting, Jacqueline told her a lot of things that she already knew about her family. To hear it, and I know Jacqueline, she doesn't lie, to tell me the stuff that I had to hear was like, oh my God. But I'm glad we rekindled our friendship. But as for her thoughts on the reality curse, Jacqueline made it clear it was real. I feel like the show is a curse in a lot of ways. And I've seen over the years, like with marriages and businesses and friendships, it's just done a lot of harm. But at the same time, you're offered other opportunities. So there's definitely a big plus and a big minus that comes with it. And during the early moments of their friendship, Jacqueline said that amid their 7-year friendship, the two of them never got in one argument. We would talk on the phone for hours. Our husbands knew that we were always on the phone. And also on the podcast, Jacqueline shared that when it comes to the downside of fame, she suffers from social anxiety due to her time on New Jersey. I was very extroverted and liked to go out a lot until the show. And then I became so introverted. And so, like, I had social anxiety after I did the show and I didn't want to go anywhere or do anything. I literally avoided going out and it just happened. It was really bad until I moved here. And now we go out all the time. When you go out, you kind of feel like you're in a fishbowl and everyone's staring at you and it's very uncomfortable. Hmm. Well, I could see that. But I think that's one of those things like you don't know what you don't know until you learn that you didn't know it. And now that you know it, you're like, oh shit. And that's kind of what that is. But moving on to Mr. Andy Cohen. Thanks, Andy. You're welcome, Adam. All about the Real Housewives, Andy Cohen talks about putting the New Jersey cast in a timeout. So a new report reveals that trouble is brewing in the Garden State as Andy Cohen is ready to put the women of New Jersey in a timeout. Obviously, we know that sources said that Andy is punishing the cast and he's pissed about rumors that certain cast members have been leaking episodes. The source said he's that pissed. This could be the end of this cast. Now, the cancellation comes as when it comes to the reunion, as the hit Bravo show has drastically declined in ratings. The reunion is all about resolution, and there is much divide amongst the cast that Bravo feels like that we would be wasting everyone's time filming a reunion that would mirror season 13's reunion. Sadly, the cast have been so divided, with many refusing to film with each other, that Bravo thinks it's best to take a long pause on New Jersey. Now, Andy did speak to Entertainment Tonight about Bravo canceling the season 14 reunion, and he said there was a bunch of casting news about Jersey that was reported today. None of it's true. No decisions have been made. We haven't had any serious conversations about next season. So anything that you read about Jersey's going to be for next season, for the next. And I would say 6 months. If you heard anything in the next 6 months, don't believe it, is what he said. So anyways, I want to hear what your thoughts are, especially about the Jacqueline Larita of it all. Guys, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Definitely don't forget to hit that notification bell. And oh yeah, just in case, make sure that you wish Jason a happy birthday tomorrow. It's his 41st birthday. And then if you guys want to come play with us in downtown Charleston, Saturday, July 6th, make sure you RSVP to ASST at upandadamlive.com. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.